Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Wida Ruswindra. My number identity student is 2110111X1 and 0033. I'm from group 3 and I will explain about vocabulary, video, and example. This is our first vocabulary is mean. In Indonesian, we say nilai rata-rata. A mean is another word for average. A mean is the sum of all the data points dividing by the number of data points. There are many different type of mean, but usually when people say mean, they are talking about the arithmetic mean. This is a formula of mean is equal to sum of data dividing by number of the data. This, for example, mean of 4, 1, 7 is 4 plus 1 plus 7 is dividing by 3 is equal to 12 dividing by 3 is equal to 4. Next is median. In Indonesian, we say nilai tengah, the middle number found by ordering all data points and picking out the one in the middle. Or if there are two middles number, taking the mean of those two number. Is example, the median of 4, 1 and 7 is 4 because when the number are put in order 1, 4, 7, the number 4 is in the middle. Next is mode. In Indonesian, we say modus. Mode or modus in Indonesian, we say nilai paling sering muncul. The most frequent number, that is the number that occurs the highest number of times. This, for example, the mode of 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3 is 4 because it occurs 5 times, which is more than any other numbers. Next is average. In Indonesian, we say rata-rata. Average can be divided as the sum of all the numbers divided by the total numbers of value. Example, find the average of the set of number 3, 6, 14, 18, 20, 25, 44. The formula for finding the average is average equal to sum of the number divided by total numbers of value. Total number of value is average equal to 3 plus 6 plus 14 plus 18 plus 20 plus 35 plus 44 is dividing by 7 is equal to 140 dividing by 7 is equal to 20. Hence, the average of the set number is 20. Next is data. In Indonesian, we say data. Data is a collecting of facts, such a number, word, measurement, observation, or just description of things. Data in a math is a collection of fact and figure that can be in any form, qualitative or quantitative. For example, the data of the favorite sport in a class. In class A, this is equal to data and the favorite sport is football, number of talent is 10, for basketball is 10, for golf is 30, and the volleyball is 50. Next is counting. In Indonesian, we say membilang. In math, counting can be divided as mentioning one by one to find out how many of an object item, etc. This is, for example, count the number of square below. In the example 1 is 40, is 24, and this second example is 30. Next is ascending order. In Indonesian, we say pengurutan naik. Ascending order means to arrange number in increasing order, that is from smallest to large. For example, this is 46, 58, 67, 78, and 87 are arranged in descending order. Next is descending order. In Indonesian, we say pengurutan turun. Descending order means to arrange number from large to smallest. For example, this is example 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are arranged in descending order. Next is lowest score. In Indonesian, we say nilai terendah. Lowest score is the lowest number or value in the data segment. For example, we have the data is 7, 3, 9, 8, 5, 4, and 8. And then the lowest score is 3. Next is arrangement. In Indonesian, we say penyusunan pengaturan objek, and arrangement is a processing of grouping object or items. the number of arrangement of items is given either by a combination order is ignored or permutation order is significant. For example, as example one, out of 5 candidates, 2 administrators will be selected. How many possible arrangements are there if order is not considering? This is for example for answer this question we use a combination from 5 to 2. This is 5 factorial is dividing by 2 factorial parenthesis 5 minus 2 factorial. So the factor is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 factorial, and this is 2 factorial we can dividing. So we have the 10 arrangement. So the example 2 is considering arrangement are 3 letter A, B, C. How many ways can be done? So the possible permutation are ABC, ACB, BAC, BCA, CAB, and CBA. So hence there are 6 district arrangements. Next is video. This is a statistic intro. We have a statistic data. A statistic data is about a descriptive and inferential. Let's say we have the data point is 4, 3, 5, 3, 1, 6, 1, and 7. This is a data from, let's say the data from the height of plant. So we have how many data, and average is about a typical or middle or central tendency for array. If we want to just one number of the data point, so we have arithmetic mean. So the formula is sum of all numbers dividing by the numbers of numbers we have. So we sum 3 and 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 7 is dividing by numbers of numbers we have is 6. So equal to 22 is over 2 over 6 is equal to 3, 4 over 6, and this we dividing by 2 and dividing by 2 and we dividing by 2 and we get the 3 2 over 3 and 2 we change the decimal to decimal and we get 3,6. For median is the first we order the data is or the after we order is 1 3 4 6 and 7, and we want to know about the mean. Mean is literally looking for the middle number, but we don't have the middle number, but we have to middle number is 3 and 4. So we want to know about the median is 3 plus 4 is equal to over to 2, and this is equal to 3,5, and this is the median. So how about with another example? If the data is 0, 7, 50, 10,000, and 1 billion. So the median from the data is 50. How about mod? Mod is literally the most common number in a data set. So we have for 1 of 4, 1 of 3, 1 of 6, 1 of 7, and we have 2 data of 1. So the mod is 1. Next is video. Example chapter number 1, 2, 5, and 6. This example 1, Dana's average in math is 22 after taking a test. To the nearest whole number, what will her new average be if she earned 92 on her next test? This is for solution. We can use the formula. The average formula is the sum of score over dividing by a number of score. So the first, we find the sum of score in the first situation. We cross multiplying, we get the formula sum of score is equal to average score times number of score. Sum of score is average score is 22 82 times 8 is sum of score is equal to 656. And for the second, for the next we the new sum of score, because Danas got 92 at her next test. The sum of score is changed become, so the sum of score is 656 is plus 92, and the sum of score is 748. Now we can determine the net average score. Average score is a sum of score. We use a sum of score of mu's and the number of score. So the average score is equal to 748 is over 9, and the average score is will be 83,1. So the problem said that we needed to answer with the nearest whole number. So we will round down the average score, and then the final answer is 83. We go to next example. This example, three numbers are in the ratio of 2, 4 to 7. What is the large of this number if their average is 52? We can use this formula. Is formula of average score is sum of score over number of scores. At oh, let's let x be the multiple for the ratio. So the model is sum of score is this ratio. So average score is 52, and the number of score is 3, and the sum of score is 2x plus 5, 4x plus 7x. So we get the 52 is equal to 13x over 3, and we cross multiplying, and we get the 156 equal to 13x, and we dividing both sides by 13, and we will get the x value is 12. So the x value is 12. Now we will searching for the large number for the ratio. We know about the 2 to 4 to 7, and therefore 7 is large numbers. Then so the 7x is equal to 7 times 12 is equal to 84. So the large numbers is 84. Next example number 5 is to get from class to outside the main entrance of the world of the school. You can use any of the stairway to this floor, either of two corridor to the main lobby, and either two door. How many different paths and you choose from? This is solution we know about from the question. We know that there are those three stairway to the first floor, and two corridor to the main lobby, and two door. Let's say S as the stairway, and C as the corridor, and D as the door. It can be visualized by a tree diagram or a flow chart like this. Before we use the diagram, we use use counting principle, which is the product rule. So let's say and 1 as the stairway, and 2 as the corridor, and 3 is the door. So the product rule is n1 times n2 and times n3, and we get the 3 times 2 times 2 is equal to 12. So how about if we use a diagram or flow chart? This is, let's say we from the stairway 1 we go to C1 to, and we use D1. And another way is star 1, C1, and D1, and we get two way from stair 1, C1, and another way is we go with stair one and going to and use the corridor two and use a door one, and another is stair one, corridor two, and the door one, and we get use two way. And another way is from stair, we use a stair two. So go to corridor one and we use door one, and another is stairway corridor one and use the door two. And this is two way. And another we go to stairway two to corridor two and door one, and stairway to corridor two and door two, and we get two way again. And stairway three, wait, this is stairway three, we go to corridor one and we use corridor one, and another way is we stairway to corridor one and door two, and we get two way again. And next, stairway three, we go to corridor three and we use the door one. This is one way, and another way is stairway three to corridor two, and we go with the door two, and this is two way. We get two way plus two y two. So the sum of all we get 12 way. The point halfway because we sum of all is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, sorry, times 2 times 2 I'm sorry, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 12. So clearly 12 possible way to go outside of the main entrance. So there are 12 possible ways from classroom to the outside of the main entrance. Next is example number 6. At the local fast food restaurant, you can choose from 8 different sandwiches for different side dish and 5 different beverage. How many different meals can you have consisting of 4 sandwich, 1 side order, and 1 beverage? From the question, we know that there are 5 different of sandwich and 5 different of side dishes and 5 different of beverage. We can use a counting principle, which is the product rule. Let's say N1 as the sandwich, N2 as the side dish, and N3 as the beverage. So the product rule is N1 times N2 times N3. So the 8 times 4 times 5, and this is the example. And so the answer is 160. It's that simple. We can use another way to solve this problem. One way to create visual for this problem is to think of filling slot. We have the slot sandwich times slots of this and slots of beverage, and I will use another color. We have the slot sandwich, we have the slot of sandwich, and we have the slot of beverage. So next fill slot with the numbers of different choice. Sandwich have 8 different, sandwich have 4 different, and beverage have 5 different. So the with times 2 all. So the answer was same is 116. This way will help with more complicated problems. So there are 160 different meals that we can have consisting of 1 sandwich, 1 side order, and 1 beverage. That's all for me. If I have a mistake, I want to say sorry. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.